Hello aspirants, welcome to Spardha Line. Today we are conducting third run-up session to Sociology Master Batch. In this session we are going to see what is the real trend analysis. So in traditional trend analysis sessions you would have seen how they do trend analysis with the help of the statistics. But what if I told you it is the easiest way to destroy your attempt or destroy your preparation? Why? But that we'll see throughout this session. So before starting the session, we need to understand that we are the sociology students where we need to emphasize equally on quantitative and qualitative aspects. So you only if you are going with quantitative aspect, that is the statistical based trend analysis, that it is not going to help you. We need to emphasize on the qualitative aspect, that you need to understand the nature of the questions, the changing trends, and understanding what is the expectation of UPSC. So now we'll start with our actual session, that is the trend analysis. This is I was telling about the traditional trend analysis where the trend, whoever analyze the trend, they will give you certain statistic that like this way, and they will tell you if you focus on the first chapter. In 2020, 30 mark question came, 20 mark question came, and in the average number of questions are 2 coming from that particular chapter. Then the recurrence is medium, like UPSC definitely they will ask 1 or 2 questions, and the level of toughness of the question will be moderate. But what I will tell you, this is not going to help you because there are 3 factors. First, the examiner's mindset. We don't know whether the same examiner will set the question for everywhere or there would be different examiners. So what if some examiner, new examiner comes there and he thinks that he don't like that certain chapter or certain thinker, he wants to make frame more question on the different thinker, then there will be change in pattern. So if you see the abrupt change in the pattern, that is because of this is statistical based trend analysis. But they will maintain the nature of the question, the basic expectation, what they will expect from you, that would be consistent throughout the period. So these aspects we need to focus on here. Second thing, apart from examiner mindset, there is involves the subjectivity when we segregate the questions based on the level of toughness. So what is tough for me, it might not be tough for you, or what is easy for you, it might not be easy for me, or same when the person changes, this aspect also changes. So subjectivity is the most important when it comes to when you do trend analysis. And so we are not going to focus on this statistical part. We are going to emphasize on the qualitative aspect. We are going to see the nature of the questions, what are the like recurring themes or recurring the expectation that is UPSC keeping consistent throughout the year. So this is just for your reference to that this statistical based or quantitative aspects are not only helping you. We need to emphasize on the qualitative aspects. So first, what is the actual trend analysis that we are going to discuss through this session. So first is what you need to do. You just need to identify highly frequent themes, not the chapters. So just I told you, when you go to see and how many weightage UPSC is going year by year for particular chapter, then you will find that there would be abrupt changes, and that is because of the changing. There might be different paper setters, or they might feel we have asked enough question from this chapter, we will change, we will go for this chapter. So these aspect will be there. So here what you need to focus on, the recurring themes, not the chapters. So if I tell you this chapter wise, there are certain examples I have taken. The first one, sociology discipline. The first unit is sociology discipline. If you see the themes, recurring themes from this particular chapter, that is the modernity. They always ask the question, just that they will change the context. Second, they will emergence of sociology. Every time they will ask the question on this theme also, emergence of sociology. But again, the context will be changing. They will go for enlightenment, renaissance, or intellectual background. So these aspects, the context will change, but again the theme will remain same. So in second unit, that is sociology as a science, here you might see that every year UPSC asks one question, the comparison of social sciences. So they might ask you to compare sociology with all other social sciences, or they will give you particular social science, other science like political science, economy, psychology, anthropology, and they will ask you to compare that particular discipline with sociology. But from this analyzing the themes, you will understand that these aspects are, they every year they are asking one question on the this theme. Then research methodology, you see last 3-4 year ka question, every year they are asking question on methodological pluralism in different way. In 2024 they asked a question where they mentioned the mixed method, not the methodological pluralism, but ultimately the crux is they are asking the methodological pluralism. Then again, when it comes to unit 4, there are other the recurring theme, they will ask the comparison of the theories. In past, they in 2023 they asked to compare concept of class of Marx and concept of class of Max Weber. Also, they have asked to compare anomy of Durkheim and anomy of Merton. So they are asking to compare you the theories of the thinkers, and in future they might ask these theories, the recurring that very similar nature theory, and they will ask you to compare. So apart from this, relevance of concepts, theories in present day. In past, they have asked how the division of labor of Durkheim is relevant in contemporary time. Alienation of Marx is relevant in contemporary times. Also, they are asked you to give examples from deviance of Merton, and ask you to analyze from current situation, current society. So these aspects are these are the recurring themes. If you do further, I have done till chapter 4, that is unit 4 till thinker. If you see all the other units, there are the certain recurring themes where the UPSC will definitely ask question. They will just change the context, but theme will be same. And this is going to help you in notes making and predicting the questions. So this is about the first what we will do, that we will identify the highly frequent themes when it comes to trend analysis. Then second, this thing we need to observe here, how the UPSC is changing the nature of the questions. So what was the previous trend? UPSC, they were asking, according to Marx, how human being alienated from their human potential and what does he suggest to change it? Highly static question. If your concept is clear, then you can easily write this answer. Again, same way, they are asking in what way Durkheim perceives that religion as a functional to society. They are asking Durkheim's viewpoint. Highly static question. You can easily answer this question. Then again, same way, they compare Karl Marx and Emile Durkheim's reference to framework or division of labor. Same way, again the highly static questions, you can answer it based on your knowledge. But what now they are doing, they are asking, we will see it from question itself, explain whether the Durkheim's theory of division of labor relevant in present day. So here what they ask the theory, what is the Durkheim's division of labor theory, and they ask you to compare with Marx theory. But what they are asking now, they are asking how this theory is relevant in present day, or how can you analyze this theory with example from the present day. So this is become important. They are focusing on your analysis skill. So the ratification or the memorizing will not help you. What will help you? The analysis. How you will analyze this and how you will understand this trend analysis. And this trend, why you need to do trend analysis? Because from notes making only, we are going to include this into our notes. So if you are referring any theory, like now they are asked about the Durkheim's division of labor. Next time they might ask Weber's bureaucracy, his action system, the Protestant ethics, the causal plural approach. They might ask certain examples from there also. So when you will make the notes for these particular chapters, that time we are going to write how it is relevant in present day. So this, what is the UPSC focusing on now, that would be our notes itself. So it is very easy to us write it down in actual examination. Second, again also see the question, critical exam relevance of Durkheim's view on religion in contemporary society. Previously they asked only the theory part, that is how the religion is functional to society. Now they are asking how critical analyze relevance in contemporary society. So again it is become a very analytical question where you need to focus on the bringing the current examples. So if you see this question directly on the exam paper, that time you might feel it is very tough. So if you want to get saved from this aspect, what you need to do, you need to focus on this aspect. How the UPSC changing its nature of the question, what they were asking in 2021 and how the question they are asking today also. Even if you see the we'll see with the next theme, that is this one only, hybrid framework. So what they will do in hybrid framework, they will combination of theory, topics, example and current affair. So again, it is part of the how they will ask how the theories are relevant in present day. But when it comes to topic, what they will do, they will combine the two topics in paper 1 itself. Okay, so if you see the last year they asked digital ethnography. So it is the combination of science and technology and the research method and analysis. Two topics they combine. They might ask they have asking the how the role of civil service societies, like positive role of this civil service organization into democracy. They are just combining the two topics. So this we need to understand. They are just interlinking and they are focusing on our they wants to see our analytical skills, not just how much we memorize and write there. So if you see the question itself, discuss the challenges involved in collecting data through census method in 2021, where the census was supposed to conduct. So that time they asked this question. So current affair, the census was in current affair. So they blend the current affair with our third topic, that is research method and analysis. So today, now also census method in use. The caste census, the government accepted that they will do caste census. The many governments, state governments are doing this caste census. So again, this become importance. They will ask. They might bring that again research method and analysis, or they might take it to paper 2 and they will integrate with the caste census itself. So this aspect, this way we can predict the question just by analyzing the question in qualitative way. So if you see the second question also, critically examine the relevance of Pareto's theory of circulation of elite in present scenario. Again, the application, the changing nature. If you see the previous question, they were just asking what is Pareto's theory or Moscow's theory. But now what they are asking, how it is relevant in present time. So they are bringing the current aspect also. So they are again focusing on your analytical skill. Again, Durkheim's major function of education, transmission of society's norm and value. Now if you see this question, when you see that what is syllabus UPSC has given for Durkheim, there are only 3 or 4 points. Social fact is there, division of labor is there, society is there, and the religion. And they nowhere they mention the education there. But education is in our 10th chapter. So last chapter of the paper 1. So they just combined the this chapter, last chapter, with the Durkheim. So what you need to do when you study the thinker, you just need to see whether the thinker is relevant to other part of syllabus or not. Now if they ask about the Marx's idea of the religion, that is how religion is, why he says the religion is opium to masses. So from where it will come, just link the Marx to our chapter, that is religion and society. So they will combine 2 chapters and they will ask the question. This you need to understand when you make the notes and when you study the sociology. Again, what is civil society? Present note on civil society engagement with science and technology policy. Again, see, they are just combining the different chapters. So this is what you need to understand. They are now changing their pattern. They are just not going with only one topic in independent way. They are bringing 2-3 chapters together. Even the family also. Family and kinship system, that is our chapter. If you see the chapter, this paper 1 mostly deals with the classical theories and the overall sociology, and paper 2 deals with the Indian context or Indian society. But in paper 1 itself, when the question comes from family and kinship system, they will ask you to analyze with respect to India only. So this again becomes important to understand that when you combine the paper 1 and paper 2. So that's why I was telling we need to have the knowledge about how to structure the syllabus by seeing the previous year question. If they are asking the same question in paper 1 and paper 2, then what we will do, we'll just combine the syllabus from paper of same topic from paper 1 and paper 2, and we'll make the one comprehensive notes on that. So it will save our time of notes making and also while revising, and also we will get the diverse content to write the answer. So these aspects we need to keep in mind when we analyze the trends. Then, so this is about the qualitative aspect of trend analysis. Now, why we need to do trend analysis and how to use the trend analysis? First is the predicting the question. Just as I said that they might ask the question on the after seeing the question on the certain parts. Now let's take one example. There enough ask a question on the comparison of thinkers and their concepts. Okay, they have asked previously they asked religion of Durkheim and Weber. Okay, so in future they might ask religion of the Durkheim and the Marx. Why they ask? Why they might ask? Because Durkheim is a functional and Marx is a complex theorist. So obviously they are indifferent to each other. So this is going to be might be next the theme. Then again same way they might ask the Weber's and Marx comparison of the religion. So these aspects they might go and ask based on the previous trend. So this way you can predict the question. Or they might ask the UPSC example, how the religious pressure groups helps in functioning of democracy or non-functioning of democracy. So this is where you can predict the question from the previous year trend, analyzing previous year trend. Now the next is the notes making. How will make notes? When I was discussing the question from the thinkers, that triggering themes, I told you now they are asking the relevance of particular concepts or theory in present time. So when you study the different theories and concepts of the thinker, that time you can bring that logic that they might ask the relevance of this concept in next examination. So when you make the notes for bureaucracy or social action system of the Weber, that time you need to write down there what is the relevance in present time. Same way, pattern variables of Merton, also cybernetic hierarchy of control. So what are the concepts are there, you need to make the notes for that also, how it is relevant for present day. So why it is important? Because in examination you will get hardly 7 minutes to write the 10 markers and 12-13 minutes to write the 20 markers. So that time this time is sufficient to write the answer itself. So if you are spending 1 minute more than 1 minute to think and write there only, then you are going to miss that write all the questions. So you will not finish the paper itself, and missing single question, it means you are out of the list. So that's why these things are important. Your notes should be comprehensive and it should be based on the previous trend, and the trend analysis should be qualitative aspect, not quantitative aspect. And then creating standard framework. What is standard framework? Like we are predicting the question, there might be this kind of questions. So and there might be different kinds of. If you start making the notes for everyone, then you will not finish the notes making in coming 1 year itself. So what you need to focus on, we need to go in smart way. We need to frame the standard framework. Now suppose they are asking to compare the religion of the we predict that they might ask to compare religion of Marx and the Durkheim. So on what aspect will compare that one? So here that will make the standard framework. First, what we'll do, their perspective, their method, okay, their idea of origin of religion, how it is functional for society or non-functional, and what are the solutions they have given. So this way we can frame the only standard framework. We no need to go and make the notes. So you just keeping in the mind, let them ask on any kind of comparison. You can make this, we can use the same points and we can compare any kind of the concept. So this is way smart way we can create the standard framework just by analyzing the trend. And next, ready for the bouncers, and that is examiners. That mindset development is very important. In 24 there was hardly any bouncer, but if you see the 23 ka paper, in paper 1 there was one bouncer and paper 2 there was one bouncer. In paper 1 they asked dramatological perspective. That was the surprise for many of people. But those who are seen the trend analysis, C.W. Mills ka theory question they asked in previous, so This way, if you are studied, if you are focused on this qualitative aspect of trend analysis, for them they might have come across this dermatological perspective. Also, they asked David Morgan's view on family. David Morgan was the new for many of the people. They not mentioned whether he was the feminist, whether he was the functionalist, or whether he was the Marxist. So just they asked me what is the view of David Morgan, view of family on David Morgan. So this was the just question. So here many of might have the left the question. So we need to prepare for this kind of question. We can write the balanced answer, just assuming that he might be somewhere between the functional and Marxist. So these are the way we can keep in mind, and also we will be ready to leave the such kind of question. So leaving the question, if it's tough for you, it's tough for everyone. I have seen many toppers, they were telling that when it used to come the bouncer, they used to leave the question. So if everyone is leaving question, there is not, it is not going to impact on the what would be the final cutoff. So this aspect, for this to leave the question also, we should have that developed mindset. So this everything will get to know from the trend analysis, and trend analysis should be qualitative aspect, not a quantitative aspect. You can go to quantitative aspect to understand the how many questions are coming for a particular topic, which chapter becomes important. But again, there is another trend in question 1 and question 5, which is the compulsory question, where UPSC asking the one question on every topic. So there is no optional topic. You need to prepare for all the topics. So if I tell you the trend, now the concluding part, I will tell you that trend analysis is secondary part. But what is the most important? It is the complete coverage of your syllabus, building the concept, and this one, conceptual clarity with the quality content. So these aspects you need to focus, and then you can go for trend analysis. Complete coverage of syllabus is a must, because this is also one part of trend. They are asking at least one question from all the units. So focus on the complete coverage of syllabus, and building conceptual clarity, and the developing quality content. So this is what you need to do focus on. Now just the promotional part, that we are launching one sociology master batch, where we are bringing the 2 track. First is a personalized guidance program, where we are going to give one-to-one mentorship, and the support for notes making, and the test series also. Test series will be different for beginners and the veterans. So these are, you can see it from the Spardha Line website or the YouTube video, where I have explained it in detail. Also, we are going to launch the foundation batch in the second track. So where we are going to focus on the complete coverage of syllabus. We are going to integrate this trend analysis and the theme based syllabus, and this batch going to be totally from the exam centric viewpoint, not just complete the syllabus and giving you delivering the content. It will be from the only exam perspective. So today we are finishing the discussion. Tomorrow we'll come with a new topic, where we'll discuss about the dynamics involved in sociology. So we'll finish the discussion. Thank you very much.